Hey guys, so you want to know the pros and cons of living in White Rock, British Columbia? Well, I got you covered. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the reasons for why people choose to flock out here and why some people choose just to not move out here, right? So in this video, I'm going to be giving you those exact reasons. But one thing you guys got to do is stay tuned till the end of the video, because in the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you guys that main con and the one reason for why some people just choose not to move out here at all, right? So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for the rest of the video, guys. Talk to you later. Hey guys, I'm Senghera here, and I'm actually a local realtor out here in White Rock, British Columbia, and Vancouver in general, right? So me and my team, we actually honestly love nothing more than being able to help people that are looking to move out here and try to make their job as simple as possible when they're looking to move out to White Rock or any of the other places in the Lower Mainland, right? So if you guys ever do have any questions, my phone number, email, is in the description box below and in the pinned comment. So you guys can always reach out to me via email, text, phone call, whatever works easier for you guys, right? Just feel free to reach out that way. And then other than that, hit that subscribe and notification button and that like button down below. Notification button first and foremost, because you want to be notified every week when my videos do come out. Hit that subscribe button so you're subscribed to my page so that you can see all the new videos on a weekly basis that do come out. And then lastly, just hit that like button, because I honestly just really love the fact that you guys like my videos and that just all the love and support, right? So thank you guys so much. Now let's get to it. All right, so what's the first pro about living in White Rock, British Columbia? So the first pro about living in White Rock, British Columbia is just all the things to do in the areas, right? So in regards to just all the fun things to do. So whether that be going to White Rock Beach and just hanging out on the beach, whether that be getting out on the water on White Rock Beach, right? You could go boating. You could go like just do any sort of water sports really on the water. You could go swimming in the lakes. You could go hang out at the local bars that are literally right there on White Rock Beach, right next to the pier. They got so many things, so many different stores and shops and so many eateries in that area. It's honestly amazing, right? There's some really good fish and chips places, burger places, just restaurants in general in the area that you guys really do have to try out. Obviously, I don't want to name off all of them because I feel like I'm going to be leaving out a few. But just like, honestly, that whole strip that's literally located right across the street from White Rock Beach just has tons of restaurants that are just amazing. I've honestly tried like almost all of them. So again, I just don't want to make some people feel excluded by me saying just a certain amount of restaurants, right? And then, so in regards to that, you do get an idea. Like, look, there is tons of things to do in regards to just adventure and having fun, and then also in regards to just eating, right? And then so let's just say now, secondly, the second thing that I'd say is great about White Rock is kind of that like just the community feel here, right? So one thing you will notice about White Rock is, since it's not a ginormous community, honestly, you could probably drive around White Rock in 10-15 minutes. I'd probably say 15 minutes. You could drive through all of White Rock. Not all of White Rock, but like drive around the whole outer area of White Rock, because the city is just not that big, right? Most of White Rock, BC is actually quote unquote South Surrey. So it is a little bit confusing because a lot of the stores and stuff to do in the area, you kind of are going over into South Surrey, but it's only like a 10-minute drive, 5-minute drive from White Rock, depending on where you live in the city. So it's not too much of an issue, right? But the one good thing that you do notice about White Rock is even though it is kind of a small city, they do have quite a few things to do in regards to nightlife, right? So they do have a lot of local breweries in the area. They actually have 2 local breweries in the area. They have so many eateries and stuff like that stay open till late on Fridays and Saturdays and stuff like that. So it's great to kind of just get out there. They actually have a few lounges and a few really good bars and stuff like that too. So it is really, really great place. Again, in regards to the lounges, some of those lounges are located in South Surrey again. But again, it's like a 5-10 minute drive. And realistically, when you come out here, you'll notice that there isn't that much of a difference of South Surrey and White Rock. They're technically the same area, right? That's why they're even bunched into the same category as South Surrey / White Rock as just a city in general, right? And then thirdly, I would say the last pro about living in White Rock is how I was telling you guys about the nightlife a little earlier. I was saying about just the community feel. So like, let's kind of just move back on that community feel. Like the community here is like the top priority, meaning like the people here actually are really, really nice. They'll treat you like family, like they've known you for years. And like, that's kind of one of the main things that I've actually enjoyed always about kind of getting out to White Rock is like, even if you go to the local eateries, stores, shops, you'll just run into people and start having conversations with random people, because everyone there is just, well, obviously not everyone there, but like almost most people there are super nice, and they just want to talk, right? Like they want to have a conversation. It's not weird kind of getting out there and just running into people and having small talk with someone you haven't met before, and all of a sudden you start to become good friends and stuff. So it is kind of funny like that when I do kind of go to White Rock. I notice if I go to the local coffee shops or restaurants or bars or whatever, I always do tend to start getting into little conversations with people that I didn't even know before. But you start making kind of those friendly relationships just based off of that, right? Because everyone in the area is just so nice and friendly and like warming. Like they want you to feel welcomed living in that area, right? So it is a fantastic area like that, right? But now moving on from the pros, let's move on to the cons, right? So one of the main cons that I do see people tend to complain about White Rock specifically is South Surrey tends to have a little bit younger families, but White Rock in general, like actually the White Rock city, tends to have a lot of older people that live here, right? So by older, I mean anywhere from, let's say, like you'll see a good amount of retirees living here, right? There's quite a few. So a lot of those people have been living here for years, and their family just got older and their kids obviously moved out. But then there are a quite few people that do move out here after later on in their lives, just based on the fact that it is a great retirement community because of the area is nice and quiet. Yes, there are a lot of things and noise, obviously, off of younger kids and younger adults obviously partying and having fun, but people don't tend to like overstay their welcome. Like they're not going to be crazy loud, right? Like you won't really run into neighbors like that as much in White Rock, I noticed, because the neighborhoods and communities in general kind of have the idea of like you need to be respectful to your neighbors. We can all have fun and we can all kind of have gatherings at our homes and on the beach and stuff, but you first and foremost you do need to be respectful to the people that are living in surrounding areas. And so like you can't really be taking advantage of that, right? And that is kind of one of the main things I like, because of when you do move out, when you are living in kind of in Surrey and Vancouver and stuff, although I do love those areas, the one thing is you don't tend to get that much of a community feel, since there are so many people living there that nobody really cares if they're being loud or not. They're like, all right, well, just deal with it. As opposed to White Rock, you kind of start to get kind of that feeling of people being like, oh, I'm sorry, like I didn't really mean to do that, and they do seem honest, right? And it seems like they genuinely don't want to be snobby and condescending and try to be loud on purpose and obnoxious. So that is one of the things that I really do like. Another one of the cons I will say is what I was just telling you guys before. It is a really, really small area. So, with highway access and everything being close by, like South Surrey and stuff, a majority of the stuff you're going to do there, you're not necessarily going to be doing it in White Rock per se, as much as you're going to be driving that 5-10 minutes to South Surrey and going there and having fun, right? So, like, let's say there obviously is a theater in White Rock, but, if you're going to go to the movie theaters, if you're going to go rock climbing, if you're going to go just really have like any sort of like actual fun in any sort of like adventurous places like that isn't like necessarily outdoors, you do kind of have to go out to South Surrey and stuff like that and kind of commute out of your way. So that is kind of like one of the main cons about living in the area. And then lastly, I would say is the fact of just it's expensive living out in White Rock. So like that's like the last main con that people do tend to have a problem with, because that is why you see a lot of older retirees moving out there, and people that have lived there for years kind of already living there, as opposed to so many people kind of flocking out there, because of housing there does tend to cost a lot of money. Just basing it off the fact of you're living in the community of White Rock, right? They understand that when you're living in those neighborhoods, you're living in a nice, secluded, quiet neighborhood, and that kind of stands for something to them. So when you're buying land out there and you're buying houses out there, you're going to be tend to pay a little bit more money. So like, let's say you could get a house out there for, obviously you could find some cheap houses, but realistically, you're going to be paying anywhere from like $1 million to like 1.3, let's just say, in that price range of on average what you're gonna be looking at a house. Now obviously you maybe could find something cheaper, but realistically, like, you're better off just going worst case scenario, because those deals are far and in between. Like there's just not a lot of them, so there's really no point of kind of harping on that to try to help you find a place, right? And for a good deal. So realistically, like, you're better off going into it realizing like you're gonna be paying anywhere from $1 million to 1.3 on a home. Even more, right? Like I see houses there for 1.8 that are listed right near the beach, 2 million, 2.2. So it's not unrealistic. 2.6. I actually just had a client out there that's lives probably 10 minutes away from the beach, and they don't even live in White Rock. They live in South Surrey, and we're listing their house for $2.6 million. So, and it's not like something crazy special about the house. It's just a new build, and it's just the area you're paying for. So that's kind of just what you get when you're moving out to White Rock. So again, that is one of the main cons, and one of the main reasons why, if you're asking me, some people just choose not to move out there, right? And I do tend to see people complain about that mostly. So hopefully that gave you guys a great idea of why people choose to move out here and why some people kind of pump the brakes and say, we're not going to move out here, right? And another thing, guys, if you guys can do, I know just gave you guys a great idea of all the pros and cons of the area. Hit that subscribe and like button and the notification button to always be notified to be subscribed to our page, and then also just like our videos. So this way, every week, at least our videos are showing up and you're able to actually see them and know that, they're out there. And also check out the rest of our videos, because in the rest of our videos, I have other videos talking about White Rock, BC, what's it like living here and what makes the place so amazing. And then also, I also have other videos about all the surrounding cities in Vancouver and White Rock and the rest of Fraser Valley in general, right? So check out the rest of my videos too, because it'll give you even a better idea of what makes White Rock so special and all the surrounding communities in Vancouver in general special. And kind of just answer more of your guys' questions. If you guys do have any other questions, in the comment box below, just drop a comment. I always love being able to answer your guys' questions and try to just really make you as knowledgeable as you can about White Rock, so that you know what you're getting into before you kind of get out here, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and again, like the video if you guys can, and other than that, have an amazing day, guys. Talk to you guys later.